Alright you guys, we made it to spot number 1. This spot we're planning on catching 1 bass and 1 carp, hopefully in about 15-20 minutes, and we are going to boogie on to the next spot just to keep up with trying to stay on schedule of catching 10 different species today. So we're going to get suited up, and the water looks real good, so I think we're going to be catching a bass and a carp real fast and then on to the next spot. So I'll catch you guys by the water. Okay, let me pull your fishing pole up. Luca is going to focus on catching us a bass for our 10 species day. What are you going to use, buddy? You want to use this hook?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Luca is going to use a little topwater popper. So he's going to throw out a couple casts. I'm just going to do a worm and a bobber, see if I can't catch a carp real quick. So we're going to catch these 2 species and head off to a different spot. Alright you guys, I got hooked up. I just got a bobber and about 18 inches down to a night crawler. Yep, I have mine over here. We'll go try over here real quick.
Okay.
Ooh, there's someone flying. Good job. Okay, we see a lot of fish jumping over here, so Luca wants to come try it. Okay, he's standing right there. Yep, just like that.
Oh, I'm stuck in it.
You're okay, you're okay. Just keep reeling. Alright you guys, we are behind schedule. We did not catch a fish at that last spot. So I drove down. I've never fished this spot on this river, but it looks good. I've driven past it before, so we're gonna give this a shot here and try and hurry and catch these 2 species. Alright you guys, the carp and bass spot was a bust. Not even, I think I got 1 bite, Luca got 1 bite, but we are behind on time. So we're gonna make our way over to the next spot. Okay, driving out, we found 1 other spot we can try at the carp and bass spot. So we're just gonna give it like 10 minutes here and try and catch something, and then we'll shoot over to our next spot. But I don't know, I'm losing faith quickly. Just listen to Dad. Alright you guys, after 2 hours of trying to catch a species, we finally caught a little bass on a topwater. So we're going to take this largemouth bass. That's our first species of the day. So we're going to hurry and pack up and move to the next spot. You can climb this hill? This way. Okay guys, we are at our second spot. We've probably been here about 40 minutes and we've only missed 1 bite. So this video has not gone the way I thought it would go. But we're giving it our best shot. We've caught 1 bass at the last spot. This was probably a catfish we just missed. So we're gonna give it another 15 minutes and Luca wants to go try a little bit upriver. And Yep, down over here. I don't know if we're gonna get any more fishing after that, but we'll give it a shot. Found a crystal, huh? So I'll keep you guys updated. We're fishing off this old bridge. It's shut down, so cars can't drive on it anymore. But there are some big holes in the bridge itself. So I got Luca with his life jacket on. Plus, I just worry about him being on the edge of a bridge. So I got his life jacket on, but so far so good. So we're gonna keep it that way. All right, you guys, we came down below the bridge now. Just working this section of water. The current's moving super swift. So I ended up putting 1 ounce lead sinkers on, and it's still drifting, but I got 2 rods out and they've both kind of stopped. So I just am gonna leave them there and we're gonna give it 15 minutes, see if we can't catch a catfish. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rifleman Adventures. Today I tried making a video earlier and it did not go as planned, which I'll include some of that earlier video in this video. But I went ahead and I dropped Luke off at home. He was not having a good day, and I decided to still make the most out of today and come down and explore a section of the Ogden River I have never explored. I drive by it going to work quite a bit, and the water is down super low. So I figured I would just spend the next hour hiking down this river and seeing what it looks like. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we find some cool spots to fish, because it is looking real good. Like, this is the first spot I'm walking up to, and man, oh man, it's either going to be really good or really bad. But here's the first look at this spot. So we got kind of this structure here. It looks like an old dam. Up above it is nice and deep, but I kind of like this little water down here. So I'm going to try and figure out how to get on to that center section there and kind of fish this whole area right here. So it's going to be a good video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope I catch a lot of fish. You could tell this is a major catch basin for when the river is raging, because there is so much trash everywhere. And I'll kind of show you what I'm finding here, but like this little run right here looks super good. And then also I'm going to try fishing this area up here. So I've just got my ultralight rod, and I got some worms, I got some spinners, but we're going to start with some worms. So I'm going to try that first, and let's see if we can't catch something. Okay guys, because the water is actually so shallow and stagnant, I'm going to pop this split shot off and just free float a worm. And let's see what happens. There should be, I don't know, there's for sure trout in here. There's probably some carp, some catfish. Who knows what's down here. The water's a lot warmer. Fishing up above, we catch a lot of warm water fish, bass, trout, carp, catfish, bluegills. So I don't know what I'm going to pull out of here, but let's go take a look and see what I can catch. Man, I thought for sure that was going to be a fish in there, but no hits, and I'm on a time crunch, so I'm going to try these riffles right here and see if I can't pull anything out of this little channel. It's probably like 6 inches deep right there, so I don't think there's much holding in there. So down lower there's actually a pretty nice hole. It's really, really stagnant. So I'm gonna put some weight on. I'm gonna throw it in there just for about 5-10 minutes, see if I can't pull something out of there. So let's go try that. I'm not really sure what this is. There is a lot of strange things down on this stretch of the river. This is on the way out of Ogden. It's probably like the very lowest section of the Ogden River, which at this point, I don't know if it's the Ogden or the Weber. They merge at one point. But I've heard a lot of weird stories coming out of this area, which now that I'm looking at this hole, it doesn't look that great to me. So I want to keep going down until I find a better hole. So let's keep moving. For sure, one of the main things down here is dealing with the homeless population. They seem to congregate around this area, which adds a level of excitement when you're walking down this stretch of the river. I've never really had any bad encounters with them, so I don't get too worried, and Luca's not with me, so I'm not too worried about that. But some other stories I've heard down here is I've actually heard that tiger muskie that make their way down from Pineview during the runoff, I've heard of people catching them down in this area, which I personally have never seen one or caught one out of the Ogden River, but I've heard plenty of stories and seen plenty of pictures to know that is a possibility. The other thing is, on this stretch of river, there's actually reports that there's a breeding population of snapping turtles. And I heard that for a long time, but up until last year, I'd never really thought much of it until a picture surfaced back where I parked my truck. We had a heavy rainstorm, and there's actually a snapping turtle on the road that people were pushing off the road in order so it wouldn't get hit by a car. So to me, that's a confirmation that there are snapping turtles in this area, which of course makes me want to come catch one. So that may be another video this summer, but I'm gonna give it a shot down here if I can find an access point, which, yep, there's one right here. And let's see what we can't catch out of here. I'm just looking for a fish. I don't really care what it is. I just want to catch a fish out of this section of the river. All right. Now this spot seems super deep and super slow, so I'm actually going to put a bobber on right here and see what happens with that. So Luca, earlier today, we had a lot of fun, but he's just a little grumpy. I think he was hungry. He did not have any patience, which made making a video very hard. We were trying to catch 10 species in one day, and it went south real fast. So got him home, got him some food. He put on some comfy clothes, and I told Kimber, I was like, I still need to go make a video. So I snuck out the door, but he knew I was coming fishing, and Kimber just texted me that he's really sad, and it makes me feel terrible. Fishing by yourself is okay, but having Luca there with me just makes it that much better. But it's been a long time since I've fished without him, so I'm just trying to make a quick video, catch a quick fish, and then we're done, go home and eat dinner. So hopefully I can catch something. I do feel bad, so Luca, I'm so sorry, but next time we'll come down here. There's actually a big cloud of mud and bubbles coming up right here, right off the shore. So to me that means carp probably right here. So I think I'm going to switch this up, put some weight on it, and actually get down deep. And I think there might be some carp. So I want to catch something, so let's try and catch these carp. Okay, not a lot of action at this spot, so because I'm on a time crunch, I am just going to keep moving until I can find somewhere where I can catch a fish. Okay, you guys, this is a deep undercut bank here, and it's got this kind of log jam full of trash, but log jam. And I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to drop my worm down some of the pockets and see if I can't pull a fish out that way. Well, I take that back. I don't want to try that. I brought my, it's like, I think a 5'5" rod, and I just can't reach those holes, and I'm gonna keep moving to find a better hole. So let's see what we have at this corner. Man, this is awesome country back here. I'm for sure gonna have to bring Luca, and I feel terrible I didn't bring him, but this is way cool. I'm gonna have to spend a lot more time down here, I think, and figure this place out. It looks incredible for fish, but I haven't even got a bite yet, so I can't speak too highly of it yet. But we're gonna give this a shot and see if I can't pull anything out of here. Well, while this rod sits for a sec, I want to show you guys some of the trash and stuff that's been caught down here. Let's go see what we can't find. There's just an incredible amount of trash, which makes me super sad and frustrated that it makes it this far down, because this leads down to the Great Salt Lake at some point. So all this trash will at some point probably make it down there. And I may be wrong, there may be a catch basin somewhere, but as far as I know, I don't believe so. So take a look at this. This here, this is just all plastic bottles, aerosol cans, tennis balls. I saw one bobber in here, but styrofoam. Just crazy the amount of stuff that's been caught in this pool. And this is probably the third or fourth pool I've seen in a matter of a half mile that has this much trash in it. So it's pretty wild. But the other cool thing I see is these log jams. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff down here. And actually, you can't see it on camera very good, but there's actually a homeless camp right there I'm looking at. I don't know if anyone's there or not, but it's a pretty common occurrence down here, like I said earlier. So I'm just gonna give this spot like 5 minutes. With how stagnant the water is, like, I know there's fish in here, but for the sake of time, I don't know if I want to spend too much time trying to locate the fish in this area. I think I may go back to that dam where I started and fish up above it in that stretch. I know there's a lot of good fishing in that stretch, so I'm losing light kind of fast, and I kind of really want to hit that section up there. I think I'm going to switch to a spinner or Rapala. I haven't decided yet, and kind of just hit holes bouncing all the way up. So I'll give this rod 5 more minutes down here in the trash field, and let's see if I can't catch a fish. I'm really interested to see what kind of fish are in here. I know there's trout. There's got to be trout in here. And I know probably for sure carp. But I guarantee there's a lot of different fish that are down in these slower, stagnant runs. So I'm going to spend more time fishing this area probably in the coming future. So I'm hoping I can catch something tonight. That's the goal. But in the future, I really want to explore this area. The hiking trail, actually, I didn't know there's a parking spot back here, like a trailhead through the neighborhoods, and I wonder how far it goes down. So I think one of these weekends I'll grab my bike and we'll put Luke on his electric bike, and him and I will just go down as far as we can fishing and see where we end up. So I think that would be a fun video to do. So now I'm getting all these ideas because, yeah, it's getting warm. Summer's almost here, so I'm excited to get out and do some things. And also, if I could catch a tiger muskie out of the Ogden, people do it, and I know it's in this area. Occasionally people will catch them up higher, like right below the dam, kind of in the canyon area, but most of the time they get washed down past the main section of the Ogden. So I'm thinking this must be the area, and really I'm gonna have to bring back a bigger rod with some heavy braid and throw in some big swim baits, jerk baits, all that, because I think you snag a lot down here. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited about that prospect. Okay, I'm gonna tie on a blue fox. Oh, I think someone's coming. But I'm going to tie this on. We're going to do some casts, and then let's go hit some holes up higher. Okay guys, made it up to the bridge I started at, and we are going to give this a shot. One thing I've noticed is, sorry, that's probably loud. I haven't seen a lot of topwater action. Normally on the Ogden, you see quite a bit of fish coming up all the time, all throughout the day, but I have not seen a single fish rise in this whole stretch. So it's kind of weird, but I don't know what that means. I got another homeless camp right over here, which doesn't look like there's anyone there right now, but I'm not gonna mess with it. And there's some pretty sweet graffiti under here. Let's see. So anyways, I'm going to finish here. I'm going to do a few casts, and I got a spinner on. I'm going to start with my spinner. If not, I think I'll just sink a worm and give it like 10-15 minutes, see what happens. Okay, not a single bite or follow, so I'm gonna move down a little bit and try down there. Something massive just came up and slurped something right at the edge of this trash pile. I don't have a good angle of casting over there, but I'm going to throw the spinner a little longer, and then I think I might switch back to like a worm and a bobber or a worm on the bottom, because that was a big fish. Okay, you guys, I just threw on a full night crawler about 2 to 3 feet under just a weighted bobber, and I'm just going to throw it out, and I'm going to finish my night just watching this bobber. I only got about 20 minutes left, so hopefully I pull something out. But either way, this has been, man, those kids are smoking something up there and they are dying. But anyways, it's been an awesome adventure. I hope you like this video. I for sure have plans to come and explore this area a lot more. I think there's some big fish that hole down here. I bet there's a lot less pressure, and I bet they get pretty dang big in these big pools down here. So hopefully I hook into one today. If not, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Next week, actually, the next video, I do want to bring this up. We are planning a very fun trip out to the desert, out on the Nevada border, to go try and catch tilapia and all kinds of tropical fish. There's a lake out there that has all that, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be next Saturday or Sunday, and I'll post the video shortly after. So keep an eye for that video, and we'll see if we can't pull one fish out in these last 20 minutes. Okay guys, nothing on the worm and bobber, but oh, I don't know if this is gonna work actually. Shoot. I kept seeing there's something big rising right along this pile of trash and debris, like a good sized fish. So I threw on my popper, and I was planning on trying to walk out this dam to get a better angle at casting over there, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. So I'm going to put the camera down and I'm going to try and fish along here. Look what I just found. Which, who knows what this is or what it's for, but some cache of some sort. It's got some scissors, some zip ties, a screwdriver, a tarp hiding it, so you never know what you're gonna find when you're downtown Ogden. But I'm gonna go out on this log here and see if I don't fall in. That's the first thing, and then see if I can't get a good cast over. Oh, something just jumped over there again, and I don't even know if you can hear me, but I'm going to put this down and see if I can't catch a fish. All right, you guys, there's no way I'm getting over there, so I'm gonna go back up here. This box is cool, but probably used for drugs, so I'm not gonna take it. And we're gonna go back over here and see if I just can't find a way to cast to where that big one's been rising. So let's give it about 5 casts, and then I need to get home for dinner, so let's see what happens.